You know what?
I know the problem, but we'll talk about it later.
You know what? No, on on playback, it plays perfect. If you go back and watch it, like later after we do it, it'll play perfect.
That's what
Hey,
I'm saying. You see
another
my
episode of the
comments.
Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, yo. This is a special edition. Now, you guys know that we go live on Sundays normally, but I want to do a special edition tonight because we want to get into the R. Kelly situation and all of that. So I want to first of all welcome everyone that's watching. Let me get the radio station started here because I have not. Well, all right. Also, the ones that are joining us on WLEO 26.7 on your internet radio dial. If you have downloaded the WLEO app, make sure that you tune right into us. Now, I want to welcome aboard my co-host. I got Kev, point the wrong way. Kev, the great here, Gavin Peoples. I have my man, CEO and founder of WLEO and Charm City Direct TV, Ernest Harris. And I got Mr. Quinn Young, who is the founder of the Hip Hop Rejects and all that good stuff down there. And so we are going to chop it up talking about R. Kelly. Now, if you're watching the video, if you're watching us right now, streaming live on Facebook and whatever platform you're watching us on, make sure that you are you share the broadcast out. Okay. And everything while we like, okay, that's probably why. Because when it plays, when you watch it back, it's perfect. It plays perfect like it's supposed to. All right. So, fellas, like I do on every show, how is your week going thus far? I know it's just Tuesday and not a lot happening, you know, in Tuesday, but how was your week so far? What's going on? Let's start with you, Quinn.
Hey, my week is great.
Great. That's the answer. And I'm
Yep,
looking
my
for
week is great.
Mr. E, what's going on with you, man? You got so much stuff going on with you, man.
Right,
Podcasts and
man.
live streaming and stuff.
Right, losing my mind. But otherwise, it was great. Just creating and talking talking to people, trying to remember dates and people names.
Oh man, that's hard when you get old. Like,
Right.
I can't remember nothing. I can't. And I sell cars for a living. That's hard. You know how hard that is trying to remember stuff.
Oh,
Kid, what's up with you, man? I know I,
Don't you do it? Don't
before
you
you
do
start before you start talking. I gotta say this because it's fitting. I want to say I'm sorry for your loss because I know that yesterday
yes.
uh,
Jesus.
you guys took a hard one last night, and I just want to say I'm sorry. And you still my homeboy.
There's never an
it? We
excuse
got
for
we got
losing to.
spanked.
There's
We got
never an
spanked.
excuse for losing to the
My blood
Cowboys.
sauce too, so it's all good.
Never.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. I
Joe Montana could have got
I'm
back
going
there
to
and threw a better
be
game.
I'm going to be straight honest. There's no excuse for us getting our ass whooped. We got our ass whooped. We got out coach, got out match.
Yeah.
Quarterback Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, my dude. You are not the quarterback for the Eagles. But that is
No,
that.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yes, he.
We don't
Trust
do
me.
sports. We're gonna get through it. Go ahead, Kevin.
I will slam you on that. But second, going on, moving on. The highlight, and Quinn and Terry know we got great news. My son is going to be accepted in the gifted class.
Yep.
Shout out to my son Elijah. I know you can do it, son. Another shout out to my kids. All of my kids are doing great. All five of them. My son Matthew, and
Got
him
a
doing
starting
great in
lineup.
welding. I sure do. My son Matthew in welding, he's doing great. My son Dion and my daughter Destiny, they're competing for state and band coming soon. So that's a hell of. I'm excited as hell for them, and my daughter Sophie's doing great in school. I'm just happy my kids. I'm here for it, man. My kids are
That's what's
doing
up.
wonders right now, man. They're making my life easy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm glad you guys are having a great week, man. Let's go ahead and get
How
into
was
the
your
good
week,
wire,
T?
everybody. All right. So whoever that notification is, please stop it. And all I hear is okay, stop it. Is you Quinn?
That was my that was my alert letting me know that my fasting time has started.
It's all good, baby boy. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about this. Now we all know, if you listen to the Real Talk with the Guru earlier today, which I'm sure most of you didn't because you was at work, because I do it at noon. We all know that R. Kelly has been convicted of all the charges that he was facing, And I'm so the world society now has an opinion, right? So I'm one of those people in society that has an opinion about what's going on
Right.
with Mr. Kelly. Now I'm going to go a couple of different directions here. So I'll ask this first, just to kind of get a temperature, or of what the guys are thinking, and anyone who's listening and watching. If you are watching this, and if you have to be on my personal Facebook page, and I think the Knucklehead Chronicles page, in order to comment to where I can see it. Now, if you comment on Quinn's page, E's, or Kevin's page, I'm going to see it, but it's going to come up as Facebook anonymous user. So I won't know who you are. So make sure that if you do comment, that you put your name, comma, in your comment. That way I can know I can address you properly. Right. So let's start off, Kevin. When the news first broke and you heard that R. Kelly was convicted of all 9 charges that he was facing, what do you think?
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. I mean, all right. Let's get into it. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm not here to hold back because I'm
Yeah, do you
very,
think? Yeah.
like you said, very opinionated with things like this, and I'm gonna I'm gonna do an E digger and look off into the distance while I'm talking. That's my boy. No, man, but
He means it.
my thing about this, man, you got to look and see, put your kids in this, not put your kids, but put yourself in these shoes, whether you're the parent of these kids. Like, what's going on? Why is your kids around someone like this to begin with at a young age?
Mhm.
Why? There's no reason for it. There's there shouldn't even be a relationship like this whatsoever.
Mhm.
And I want I don't care for the TV show that with R. Kelly. I forgot the name of it, but I don't care for any of that. What I want, though, I want the parents to be convicted as well.
Oh,
They allowed it.
I'm glad you said that.
They
I thought
allowed it.
you was
You
making
correct that.
excuses for him. I thought you was
Aaliyah's
on the
parents?
track of
No, no,
making
no, no,
excuses for
nope,
him.
nope. I want Aaliyah's parents. You see how I built that up? I built up the tension there.
Cause I was ready to
No,
go in on you, bro.
no, I need Aaliyah's parents involved to be convicted. I need all the parents of these kids that were when they were young. I need them all on the
I was gonna
trial
say
stage
can't
as
call them
well.
kids no more.
Because
So
yeah, I don't care.
so
They need to be on the trial stage.
I
so I
don't
need
I
I
don't
need
agree
to
with that.
jump in right quick
Sorry, I don't agree with that. Go ahead.
because I happen to know a friend. Now I'm not taking up for him. I think well, I just need to share some light on the situation. I know the person, the
Mhm.
father of Azriel Clary, and she was one of the
Hey Tiff,
two.
I see you.
She was one of the two uh, girls, the main girls of the girlfriends. Now, as it was told to me, because I know her father, I know her. I interviewed her when she was little, when she was just breaking into the music business. And of course, her father was her manager. Um, Angelo Clary. You've seen him, you've seen his wife, and Azriel Clary.
Mhm.
So as it stood or as it stand, there was a period where they were going with her to studio sessions and outings with R. Kelly because they was introduced to each other. He approached the father, which is the manager, and said, "I would love for her to go on the road with me or perform with me backup." So he was going to some of these events. Now, as she got of age, she starts sneaking off. You see what I'm saying? So as a parent, your child is sneaking off. It's kind of hard to justify that because one, they're going to say, "I'm of age, pretty much practically grown. I know what I'm doing." So it's that battle between the daughter and the father, the daughter, the father, and the mother. So
Mhm.
eventually, it began as sneaking off, where she was just sneaking off, going after school and going to the studio without the manager, to living with him.
Mm.
And like I said, as it would now I don't want to get caught in the middle of this. I'm just pretty much paraphrasing what I've heard.
Yeah.
Because on YouTube, there's this bitch. I mean, there's this person that is
Did he
like
say?
going in on him
Okay.
hard. You see what I'm saying? And making it
Yeah.
seem like it was his fault. Now, I'm pointing the finger at Angelo, but also I'm pointing the finger at Azriel as well, because
Thank you.
you know better. Do you really know what you're getting yourself into? So
as they quote unquote, like you said, think they know it all. They know what they're doing. Supposedly.
right. So as the father, I know what that's like, because dealing with these teenagers today, I have a son. I have a son and I have a stepson. So you can't really tell them nothing. Some of them, not all. So I know what that battle is like. Oh, dad, come on, man. You being old fashioned. Oh, dad, wake up. This is the, new millennium. Shut up. I got this.
Yeah.
So
You let your son tell you shut up?
no, I ain't, no, hell to the fuck no. I mean, hell to the no.
I was just
Yeah.
just
I'm
trying
just
to
saying.
clarify that.
I'm just saying, but I just wanted to throw that in there because, Kev, you were saying, the parents. I don't know what other parents were doing, but I can vouch for this guy, Angelo, that he was there at one point. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
And from a father to another father, I understand. You see what I'm saying? I can't
Yeah.
really
I mean,
I can't really point the
So
finger at
here's
him
let
hey,
me
wholeheartedly.
but
let
hold on,
me
right
let me
quick.
get
So
this right quick, Kevin,
because hold on, because at the same time, though, all right, I have two daughters, and I get what you're saying, all right, and it's I can't say, even if my daughter, let's say my daughter snuck out, and Lord forbid if she ever did,
Right.
insurance is going to cover her funeral. Whew! But the problem I have with that, all right, I
you just
understand what you're
convicted
saying.
yourself.
I did, and I don't give a shit.
Right.
The problem I have with this though is that there are laws that still protect these kids, and
Right.
if the parent, the dad, the mom, the dad, somebody has to be the adult, the parent and the adult, to say, you know
Right.
what, you
Right.
sneaking out. I'm gonna do this, and this.
The first time she
To hell
snuck
with your
out,
to hell
the
with your
first time she
entertainment
snuck
shit.
away, everything would have been
Backup
shut
singing,
down. No more singing, no
whatever the
more
hell it
shit.
is.
But see,
Right.
but see, what you just said, Quinn. Now,
No,
how
because you
about the
put
sheer fact?
my
Wait. How about the sheer fact that, and I'm just saying, because we all looking outside
Mhm.
in
Right.
this. We don't know what happened in the back end. We don't know the
Mhm.
back story. All we see
true.
is what they want us to see on news and social media. But
Mhm.
like I said, as it was told to me, because we had extensive conversations, and him calling me, him we talking and stuff like that before I did the interview, because it was going to be me and her, but of course I couldn't get to her. And that was what I was saying. Like, she snuck off, started living with him. Then R. Kelly put in place a barrier that the parents couldn't see her. The parents
Mm.
couldn't contact her because of this little thing called brainwash.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Uh,
we can only see what we are able to see from the outside. We don't
And
know the back story.
how was his daughter when she snuck off and started living with him?
17, 18.
S- Seven. All right.
Is
So
it now? I know where Quinn is going to
if
this.
she was 18, then there was nothing that could be done. If she
Mhm.
was 17, then the first thing they had to do was go to the law
Exactly.
because
That's
she
why I
was
was going
still
with it.
a minor. So
Mhm.
they're trying to absolve themselves by negating the personal. And I'm talking about all of these parents, not just
Right,
your boy.
right,
There is a personal responsibility that you have in this situation. I'm
True.
not
The
absolving
law
R.
had to
Kelly.
be involved.
I'm not agreeing with what R. Kelly did. I did wholeheartedly disagree with that. But at the age of 18, when they cross that threshold, just like how some of our parents told us at the age of 18, you grown,
Get
you're
your
old
ass
enough to
out.
make you're old enough to make your own decisions.
Mhm.
Right.
But at 17, they were still legally responsible for her. So
Okay.
the only thing they had to do was get the law involved. Now,
And
and what I'm saying for this, I'm not saying that your friend and Azriel's father is playing a victim of anything, but some of those other parents, I feel they are because I feel that they are because if I all right, I'm one of the biggest fans in the world of Michael Jackson. But there's no way if I would have had a child, given all the situations that I knew had been floating around about Michael Jackson, that my child was going to go and stay
Right.
with Michael Jackson.
Right.
This news did not just start coming out about R. Kelly.
Okay, so right there. Hello, Quinn. And I don't mean to cut you out. Listen, now I don't think that all this stuff started circulating when all this stuff. I could be wrong, and it probably could have. I don't believe that a lot of this stuff that's surfacing now or has been in the last since
The R.
2008.
Kelly tape, the R. Kelly
I don't
tape
think
came
that
out
stuff
when
is
I was
new.
in high school.
mhm.
Hey, Siobhan, what's going on? Siobhan said exactly. We are there. We as parents are their protectors. Okay.
The R.
So,
Kelly
Right.
tape,
so the
and they
question,
said it was a 14-year-old girl in the R. Kelly tape. They tried to
yeah,
convict him for that. That's all I needed to say. No, it's not gonna happen. And
Yeah, I
if
mean,
so, and if my child is going to be there, she can't go nowhere without me. That means I'm picking her up from school. If this is what we're trying to do, that
yeah,
means you
go ahead,
gotta
yeah.
totally dedicate yourself to that craft to protect your child.
Now,
yeah,
now, now, pardon me for cutting you off, Kev, but
go ahead.
and I'm not taking no sides, but I'm playing devil's advocate right now. The 14-year-old, are you talking about the girl that
The
he
first tape,
urinated
Yeah, the
on?
first tape, like
the very
yeah,
first tape.
back. I mean, it was on
Yeah.
VHS.
Oh wait, yeah,
That's
that was
how far
oh,
back.
wait.
No, it wasn't 08. Like I
That
was
was
a
that was
It
kid.
was it
I
put
was
was
on
it was
trial.
past
Put
it,
it on
yeah.
trial. Yeah.
How about I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I know y'all about to jump on me, but did the parents know where she was?
her parents should be on trial too.
I see. For what you gonna charge him with?
Right. I'm just saying, I'm just
Negligence.
playing
The
devil's advocate because
negligence.
Negligence.
we
What you gonna
all
charge him with?
know
Negligence.
How are
we
we?
all
That's
How,
not
know.
criminal, man. That's simple.
How about she didn't know where her daughter was up until the time that she saw that tape of him peeing on her?
why
That's
would
what
you
I'm
not know
saying.
where your kids are
I,
at
I don't.
ages
So
that
you
they
didn't
should
file a
be
missing
there's
persons
parental
report.
guidance?
You didn't file a missing persons report. You
But
didn't go
but
to the
how
She
law.
wasn't
about
missing. She knew exactly where she
she
was.
said, how about I'm just saying, I don't know what happened.
Right. I'm just
I
saying.
don't know what happened, but how about she said, "Hey, ma, look, I'm going over Sally's house."
Okay.
I'm just playing devil's
Yeah.
advocate
I
right
got you.
now
Yeah. Yeah.
because
And I get you, but at the
And I
same time,
understand
all
what
right,
you're saying,
cool,
E. I understand
cool.
what you're saying.
But we're all right. So we're comparing apples to oranges at this point because at what Quinn was saying and where I was going with it is all right. Granted, back all right. Let's give that part as far as the 14-year-old. Um, let's get the benefit of the doubt.
right,
All right, let's go along with it. You know, she snuck out. She said she lied. Went to R. Kelly's house, got peed on, whatever. Like he said, that's old news.
Okay.
There's no way in hell my daughters are going anywhere near this Negro with his past, with his history.
So
I,
are we as angry with their parents as we are with R. Kelly?
Yeah.
exactly. Yes. You put your kids in
Because this
danger.
was a
You
bunch
might
of
as well let your kids
adults.
go out. You might as well let your kids go out and play in rush hour traffic. What do
When
you
I was
know
a
is going to
kid,
happen?
if I said, "Oh, mom, I'm finna go stay at my homeboy house," guess what my mom was gonna do? Call their mama or call their parents and say,
Yeah.
"Is Quinn
That's what
actually
most
over
folks
there?"
do. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then they let these kids, these young women. No, I couldn't even say women. These young girls go
Yes.
out here all willy nilly.
Okay.
And who's to
That
say?
is
All right,
negligence.
let's
That
go.
is
With
negligence
parents,
at
got
the
it.
highest degree.
Yeah.
Well,
So
let's
with the
also throw
parents,
something else in the pot. Let's say that you know your kids, right? You know your kids. Let's say you know your daughter's fast or whatnot. You know she's
yeah.
hot. You know
Mm-hmm.
she's you
She
know it.
hot. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
She's a hot tail.
Yeah.
So, and at the end of the day, with the past like his, why would you allow this to continue? There's obviously something wrong here. This dude went on trial for the sex tape of a minor. Your kid's a minor. You
Yeah.
know, I, it's very mind boggling on what we're willing to allow and what we're not willing
Let
to
me
to punish.
let me just put
I
something out
can't get
there
it.
right quick. Let me put something out there right quick. And this is an ongoing story within parents trying to get their children into the entertainment business. Parents only see the light at the end of the tunnel and don't worry about the dark that they're gonna encounter going through that tunnel to get to the light. And sometimes you never reach that light.
You're only seeing the money.
Yeah.
That is
Some,
all
That's
they're
what.
saying.
and
Oh, she
That's
make
what.
that's where it separates me with the parents aspect. Because
Okay.
me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
My son is 19. He still texts me and asks me, "Can he go outside?" That's how much of an impact I had on him
Mhm.
watching him. That's just me.
Right.
But see, you have some parents that keep track of their kids, and you
Okay.
have some parents that don't. Let's
Mm,
face it. Then you have some parents in this situation. He's a mega superstar.
yeah.
Mega. They
Yeah.
see money. So they're going to try at nothing. And that's what I was trying to say. They're going to try at nothing. How about the sheer fact that that little 14-year-old girl was at his house and the mother or the aunt, grandmother, the father, whoever knew about that. And they said that could be an incident where we could get paid. That's what I was trying to say.
exactly.
So then
Exactly.
you can't really put all the parents in the pot. You got to
Right.
separate them. But like
Okay.
I keep saying, we are
So
seeing this from outside. Granted, I can only speak for me and a handful of others that I know that is good parents who keep track of their kids. Because hell over hot water, my son is not going outside because of the situations in the current situations that's going on outside. They're killing black men. My daughter is not going outside because she's a female. And we all know there's pervs outside
you got
watching
my
little
colors running
girls,
right. Yeah.
little
So let
women.
You
me
goddamn right about that.
let me give y'all an
Let's
example
switch.
of something.
Let's switch gears. Let's switch gears. Okay, because we're talking. We're angry with the parents and the parents. I don't personally, just me. And before you guys jump down my throat, I don't think the parents should be charged criminally.
Right.
Now are they morally bankrupt? Absolutely. Do I think if there was a civil trial, they should be? Yeah, I agree with that. But criminally, no. But that's just my personal take. So let's switch gears. Now,
I just want to.
obviously, R. Kelly is dealing. R. Kelly is dealing with some level of mental health, right? Now, if I don't know if anybody that's in the comments or watching this or listening to this on WLEO, if anybody watched Surviving R. Kelly, and one
I
of the
wasn't
things
finna watch that.
there was actually two parts to that. Okay, I love you too. There are actually two parts. And the first part they were talking about how, as a young boy, he was molested himself by a family member or somebody in the neighborhood or something. Dealing with that, and then dealing with the fact that he was illiterate and couldn't read. Do you guys believe that anybody that's watching it, and feel free to comment on this? Do you think all of those were contributing factors? Do you think, or did R. Kelly just make a decision one day and woke up and chose violence and said, "I'm going to be," and I like young girls, like the way they look, like the way whatever.
Because and let me jump in and let me say this. And I watched both parts. I watched one and two.
Yeah,
when they said he was the type of person that he couldn't attract the older woman. It was
Right.
more easier for him to attract younger girls.
Right.
Okay. When I was growing up, I was in my 20s. I was my 1920s. And it
Right.
seemed like everywhere I went, I was attracting young girls,
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15. Ain't a damn thing you could do for me, little girl.
Nothing.
I
Facts.
knew that.
Yeah.
So at the age that he was, I don't know how old he was. I don't even know if they said how old he was when this was going on. Thought process could have went off in your head, right?
Yeah.
That you're the age that you are. If you're older and these young girls are coming to you,
Mhm.
or you just attracting these young girls, when you going to step up and be a man? You
Yeah.
see what I'm
Preach.
saying?
But see, I think that falls on the handlers. I think the people that were surrounding him and running with him did
Right.
not. Nobody decided to check him. Now, as mad as we are as mad as we are with the parents, are we as upset with the handlers, the people that was running with them, the people that
Yep.
That was
was
my
bad?
next thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
That
some
was
of
Right.
my
them,
next thing.
Like I
We,
said, all the
Mhm.
adults in this situation are responsible.
Yeah,
yeah,
I wholeheartedly agree. And I mean, there's no way to tic tac around it.
yeah, there,
Somebody, I don't care if it's an aunt, your grandma, your great grandma, your dead daddy who
mhm,
knew, if at any point you put your child in danger or that kid in danger, you are responsible.
So I'm sitting
Legally,
there.
legally, you are responsible. Now you can actually now, and I know different states have different laws and what have you, but I guarantee you there's a legal responsibility when a child is in your possession.
Right.
You take sole priority over that kid at that time. I don't care if it's the aunt and the handlers around him as well. They need to get it too.
Right.
This is all I'm getting at too. You blame the handlers also simply because he was their bread basket.
yeah.
The
Okay, so
parents saw a potential bread basket.
So
okay,
that's the thing. If that's the bread basket, then do you think they going to whisper in his ear and say, "Hey, Robert, I don't think that's good,"
yeah,
because
That,
there could
but
be a
that, but
situation where
Nobody
he
was
could
being
just
an
cut him
but
off.
adult.
the morality. All right. So the key part to this. All right. Yeah, they may financially he's feeding them, but the legality part of it is they were in the wrong as well.
okay,
Which is why I'm calling for their heads as well. That was my next thing before Terry even brought that up. I want their heads as well. They
Right.
need to be responsible because
So
they're your handlers. It's like being a key witness, all right?
yeah,
Being a key witness to on a hit and run.
right,
I think a little differently, and I hear what you guys are saying, but I just think that as a person, you see what I'm saying? Nobody should be able to, because I'm thinking about now that we're talking about this in depth. You're a grown ass man. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
But this
You're
is
a
what
grown
I'm gonna
ass
throw
man.
out with
You
that.
you you
If
are in the
you
spotlight. So my thing is, when are you going to come to grips that one, you're a mega star
Mm-hmm.
and what you're doing is wrong, but
okay,
there are people around you that is telling you things, but are you listening? See,
right.
that's the thing. We don't know.
Well, the
But
thing,
see,
so
but see, that's
this
the
is what
thing
I
though.
want to throw out here. This is what I want to throw out here. If T, say if y'all we was all in the same city. T, if you see me fucking up, Kevin, you see me fucking up, E, you see me fucking up, and
Right.
I'm not listening to y'all, that's when you jump to the next level. That's when you come and Dan will be ready to put hands on me to tell me that I'm fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Because if you're truly my friends and truly somebody that's not there for the wrong reasons, then that's what you do.
Legally, I keep having to use the word legally, and I hate that I have to keep using that term or word, but legally, you are it does. There's a responsibility when
And
it
we
comes to being a witness, a key witness to this crap. Don't turn the blind eye or the naked eye to the obvious.
because you're
You
basically
know there's
harboring a
something
fugitive.
wrong. You know this guy is doing the shit that he's doing to these kids is wrong. If my kids was in this situation, I would want you to, all right, hey, we got to get something with these parents. This is not right. This is just
All right, so
All right,
to
hold up.
bring this
Hold on,
up,
hold on, wait.
Tupac went to
Let me,
jail for
let me
not
jump in here.
rape.
All right, let me jump in here because we're talking like these people had free reign and were able to say something to her. Now, let me go back. First of all, I think they should all be charged criminally. I'm with Kevin. I want their heads on the platter too. But to play devil's advocate again, I believe they have fear of R. Kelly.
Thank you.
I don't give a shit.
And that's the reason I'm saying you can't say.
Your
But you
fear.
But at the end of the day,
hold on, wait. You can say that in hindsight because we're sitting here on this podcast. If you were in the shoes of the folks that was doing this handling, and this man holds your livelihood in his pocket, there's a level of fear that I think that these folks just was just like, I am not saying anything. I see what he's doing. Some of them participated. Some of them went and got the girls or whatever. But I think I really believe there's a level of fear with these handlers. And that's the reason why I didn't say anything to R.
I can't give them that benefit of doubt or excuse. There's a such thing called no one is above the legal law.
It's
No one
talking
is
about
above
them at the end of the day.
that your fear should be conquered by a man in control of a 17-year-old daughter of yours.
I told you, hey, I totally flow with you. I'll flow with you, bro.
Right.
I'm saying,
me as well. I hear what you're saying. But at the end of the day, when we looking at the trials, when we looking at the people that was in there, who was in there with him? Did anybody else get convicted with him?
No. And I'm glad you brought that up.
I want them to.
But I'm glad you brought that up because that's why I was referring to Tupac. Tupac did not get convicted of raping the girl. He got convicted of forcible touching, which was just a misdemeanor, but of enabling. Though he knew that the guys were there and let her go in there by herself.
Okay.
So it was actually a conspiracy charge. That's how he ended up in federal jail. Conspiracy get you in Fed. So basically, the ones that went and got the girls, they were part of the ring. They were supposed to be going to jail too.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that participated, the ones that saw and enabled him. Not absolving R. Kelly of personal responsibility at all. You're a grown ass man. You down to 60. Yeah. You've been on this earth longer than enough to know that there's a goddamn age limit. I don't give a damn if you can read, you can hear. We know you can hear because you sing.
Right. He hears something. But
hold on. All of those like he can't read and illiterate. I think they was excuses. It has nothing to do
they were.
Yeah,
with his penis.
I do believe that.
Those are excuses. But him actually being broke right now because he couldn't read his contracts and didn't have lawyers there, that shows your illiteracy. You signed the contract without even looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my question. Now, with everybody that's involved, the parents, the handlers, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Are they playing R. Kelly as the martyr? Is he the martyr out of all of this? Is he going to
have an example set? He's the example.
An example. He's going to be what they want Bill Cosby to be.
Exactly. And I agree that it needs to go down like this. I agree, and it sucks. But at the same time, at the Epstein case, these other cases that's going on, let him be an example of an entertainer that needs to go down in history for being caught, being convicted, and going to jail for a very long time. Next up,
like I said,
has a trial. We need to go down
the
list.
He has to face trial in Illinois. He has to face trial in Minnesota, and I think they're working on something in Atlanta. So whatever they finna hit him with,
it's gonna be
crazy. It's gonna stick.
It's gonna be
You
crazy.
remember
Let me
them
go ahead
ass whoopings you used to get when you was a kid, and you get hit, you get hit so hard, no sound
Yeah.
come out. That's
pause.
gonna be him.
Let me go ahead and reset real quick, and we run this commercial real quick because I have to. We on the radio. Don't forget that, y'all. We on the radio. So hold tight.
That's right. Tune in to WLEO 26.7 online radio for all the newest music, hip hop, and R&B from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Jazz and gospel, as well as new shows and local and national DJs on the ones and twos, getting you ready for the work week ahead, that party vibe, or relaxing at home. All on Baltimore's newest online radio station, WLEO 26.7 online radio. Worldwide listening entertainment online.
Okay.
Really had to show off that.
And we back in the building, man. This is the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, along with your boy, the Guru. I got my man K Peeps, Ernest E. Digger Harris down at the bottom, and I also got Clint Stewart, CEO of Hip Hop Reject. So we are talking about R. Kelly and his stuff. Now, Mr. Kelly was found guilty. If you don't know what the charges he was found guilty of, he was found guilty of sexual exploitation of a child, bribery, racketeering, sex trafficking that involved 5 victims. They're saying that R. Kelly is facing, and it's probably, yeah, right. She can, and Kelly faces a possible sentence of 10 years to life in prison.
Throw him underneath of the jail. That's all I'm gonna say.
I say run his ass over with a bus and then
throw his house. That's what's
Right.
great. And it's like, this stuff is going on it's been going on forever, though. I mean,
reason I don't agree with this, and I'm gonna refer back to my high school days. I knew of plenty of teachers and administrators that were messing with students, and it bothered the hell out of me.
Right.
I can name too.
I can't stand to see a woman my age with a man that's 20, 30 years. Like, I can't stand it. It bothers me.
Well,
and I'm 30. I'm finna be 36, and it bothers me.
God,
I feel you on that. I feel you on that, Q, and I'm gonna get personal because everybody know my mama, right? My mama is yeah. So my mom is dating someone way, way younger than her age. And my mom is up in age. But I'm just happy my mom is happy. And my brother.
I'm finna call your mom and tell her you putting her business out in the street.
Hey, but hey, everybody knows. Everybody knows. So it's not just her business. This is out in Front Street, baby. This is on Facebook. This is everywhere. So, but my mom knows.
He's talking about
that
people's. Yeah, we on the live stream. Oh, let me I will call you back.
Love you, mama. She knows though. She knows.
Oh, that was
Siobhan said, "Look, I gotta put this up on the screen. Hold on. Did y'all read this?
Who the fuck up?
Siobhan said I had a teacher ask me for my placenta when I was pregnant my sophomore year. Creepy.
No. Well, wait a minute.
Who does that?
Wait.
I don't know who does that.
I'm out. Flag on the play.
Flag on the. That's definitely a flag on the play. My God.
Personal file.
Who in the world?
I can't. Don't look at me.
That's an automatic ejection.
That's grounding.
I'm out.
Okay.
45-yard penalty right there.
No, that's an automatic ejection.
So let's go back to R. Kelly. That was nasty. Let's go back. Algebra teacher. Algebra ain't got nothing to do with no percentage. Anyways, let's go back. When R. Kelly,
you giving math a bad name. I love math.
Okay, so when R. Kelly was doing all this stuff, R. Kelly was married, was he not?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
With Aaliyah?
No. I've got his wife's name. If anybody knows his wife's name, I can't remember her name right now, but she was on Survivor R. Kelly as well. But
give me 1 second.
What kind of trauma do you think she went through? Because she had to know something too. So if we doing something, if we're going to convict some people, let's convict her too, because she knew she was aiding and abetting.
But she was trying to cash in on some of the money too.
Yeah,
she and abetting. So that's now, If we're doing it for the parents, we should get her too. Right.
Hold
When it
up.
got,
Her
if
name-
I'm not mistaken, when it got too hot, when it really started getting too
Andrea
hot,
Lee, that's her
when
name.
Yeah, Angela Lee.
Angela
I was
Lee,
about
yeah.
to say it.
Because she dances, if I'm not mistaken, she's a professional dancer. But when it started getting too hot, that's when she divorced him.
Mhm. Now, I
Okay.
And
want
that
to say, I
absolved
want to say,
her.
everybody that got paid on those episodes, including her,
Uh-huh.
need to give it. And I say they need to be sued and given all that money back.
Because this is what throwing me off as far as the bribery charge. Who did he bribe?
He bribed the parents.
Nah, bruh.
He didn't bribe the
You
parents.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This just don't make sense. There's
He
no
bribed
way in
the
hell
parents. Are you
you
kidding
gonna
me?
bribe. You are
Stress
not
is
about to
online,
pay
man.
me $100 million. And I
From
don't care. There's no money in the world you can do to give to say, hey, I'm gonna give you this X amount of money. Let me date your underage daughter.
So
How
they
about you
just
date these
absolved
bullets
all
going
the
down
they
your
just
throat?
absolved the
I don't
parents
think it was
of
like
all
that. I don't think
personal
it was just the whole time.
responsibility.
they
That's
was
all
married
they
from
did.
96 to 2009. I
Yeah,
just
to
wanted to
She,
know
so
that.
she left in
2009.
So
09.
she got married after
Even,
Aaliyah.
even, even
She
if she
married
left
him
in
after
09,
Aaliyah.
2 years after
even,
Aaliyah.
even if she left in 09, why didn't she say anything to anybody? But now she wants to get on Surviving R. Kelly
Right.
and be like, oh my God, he
And
did this.
make money.
This
That's
was
why I'm saying she
So
needs
she
to
been
be
on
sued.
Love and Hip.
We talking about bribery.
She
That's
been
how he did
on.
it.
She been on reality shows also. I think she was
Right.
on either what was it, Growing Up Hip Hop or Love and Hip Hop, something that one of
She
them
was
damn
on one of them
shows.
hip hop shows. Robert, yeah,
all
because
of this restitution that these guys, these people, these women and parents and wives and everybody involved in these TV shows just to collect a little check, just for a little bit of information. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to be sued. You owe that to somebody. I don't give a damn
But
where
if
the money
somebody,
goes
okay,
to.
if,
I
if
need you to be sued
everybody's
for your
suing
drawers, your
everybody who's
socks.
getting paid, that don't make any sense. I think, R. Kelly he's gonna be martyred. He's gonna get every day of this 10 years of life. Hey, Kimmy. Yeah, she was on 2 reality shows. Kimmy Doll said. Siobhan says his handlers are going to keep benefiting from him because they know everything and will speak on it. Okay, so
Exactly.
how
Once
though?
he's behind,
Man,
if he's behind
she right
bars,
there.
they're gonna do anonymous book interviews. Somebody finna get a
They're
lot of
gonna
people
people's
do
finna
going to
get
come out.
paid off of this.
Right.
Yep.
Okay,
Everybody and their mama going to come out that was
You want
around him.
you want some
Here
information?
come another bullshit Lifetime movie.
yeah,
Right.
books and shows.
I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it.
But that's why it's always, you got to be careful of the folk you run with, because if something go down, this is what happens.
R.
Now,
Kelly will
But
R.
cuss you
Kelly
out
been
right now
defending
for
life,
saying that.
and
here's the
one of
bullshit
his
in the
handlers,
game.
his main handler, is probably going to spill all the beans and tell
Right.
the true story. And now he's benefiting off of your 10 years of life. Like, it's crazy.
Man,
One of
get
them,
me off this
one of
planet.
them,
I want to go to Mars already. I can't deal with this.
one
That's
of
for
them
sure. I want to
already
go to
admitted that.
Mars, yo.
Like the dude that was his personal assistant or somebody.
Yeah.
His
His
Yeah,
security
that's
guards.
no, his I'm talking about the dude. Remember the dude that was in the Gayle King interview.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Him. He already left.
that's such a funny
Like
interview.
when it got hot, he left. And then
Y'all
he came
killing me
back
out
and
here.
like, yeah, I distanced myself from Robert Kelly, this, that, and the third. That's one of them. So a lot of other is going to come out when he
Yeah.
go to prison or jail, wherever the hell he going.
Yeah.
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 That's
But
what
here
I'm
come the-
saying. Like, everybody is saying his handlers, y'all missing the point. He's a grown ass man at the end of the day.
Mhm.
He has a mind, just like he had a mind when he approached these young girls. So with a person that's on a quest and trying to pursue something to that magnitude, you dismissed everybody around you. I'm not saying that they did not try, but we're dealing, we like I said, we keep missing the point. We are looking at something that we don't know the back story, the way back.
No,
Right.
I'm not saying
We're not dismissing that.
we're not dismissing that. What we're saying is, even though they knew this man was doing this,
Right.
and they were getting paid by this man,
Right.
they still had some personal accountability in this situation. You cannot
Right.
absolve them
But
of that.
So do you
But
charge them
what
criminally or civilly?
that's what I'm saying. It's
Criminally.
like, how about the sheer fact that they were talking to him and he was not listening? I don't give a
Leave that
damn.
up to the
That's
courts
when
to
you
find out, though.
Well,
that's
Say
when
again.
you take the next step up.
but see,
Because if you're talking and it's not working and you know that what's going on is illegal, not saying that I'm an advocate for snitching, but in that situation I am.
okay. Let me say this real quick. Now, y'all have to understand how big Robert Kelly got in this game. We've been in this game long enough. We know how big R. Kelly had gotten,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
So R. Kelly had gotten to the point where he felt that he was untouchable. So those folks, his handlers could have talked to them with blue in the face, but R. Kelly felt like he could get away with the
So
murder.
does it stop there, though? That's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying, though. The buck doesn't stop just there.
Okay, but still, and then he probably could have got through had he faced some kind of accountability in 08, but he didn't. He got out scot-free in 08, right? So even though he thought he was big stuff before 08, 08 came and he was found not guilty in 08. It really went to a different level of stupid when that happened.
So
When he
basically,
really felt
R.
like he had
Kelly
to swing back.
OJ'd himself.
Yeah. Somebody else said on Facebook, what I don't understand is, yeah, he was wrong, but why did the parents let their young daughters go with that grown ass man? That was something that was discussed
Yeah, we
earlier
discussed
in
that.
the
But see,
broadcast here. He thought he was untouchable. Exactly, Swan. He thought he was untouchable.
here's my thing, though. We're not dismissing the fact that he's a grown ass man. He's able to make. Yes, he is competent enough to know he was fucking up. Problem is,
Do we know that?
those people. Yeah, we know
Hell
that.
yeah, he
Yeah,
confident.
yeah,
He was
we
fucking
know
up.
that.
But
You're
see,
able to make.
The
You're
first
able to
time,
make
the
hits
first
and do
time you got
everything
put
at the
on
same time.
trial,
Oh no!
at the first time
to.
you got put on trial, then light a big ass flame in your a big ass sign in your face and said, "Hey, bro, you fucking
He
up."
knew what the fuck he was doing.
but here's the thing. So okay, we can say that in hindsight. Now, when he was going through, everybody, oh, he's this and he's mentally not there, and this is what came out recently. He's recently not, mentally not there, and he can't make decisions for himself, and he's illiterate. He's this and that. So if he had a level of mental incapacity, then he did know what he was doing, right?
Those were fucking
And that was advocate. I'm just saying.
No. We
But
now
here's
we
the
now
bullshit
we're
in the
giving them
game.
excuses. Now we're giving
But
them
here's the
excuses.
They've been
here's the
giving them
bullshit of the
excuses. That's
game.
the
In the
thing.
game, the entire entertainment industry is doing what R. Kelly has done
Okay.
and been doing it for years.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead, throw it out there, and quit the bullshit. In schools right now, it's still going on.
Yeah.
Anywhere where there are adults and viable children, which we will say viable teenagers or children, it's going on.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's happening.
So
it is.
Let's just go ahead and just throw
Sure
the
not.
caution. He
Go ahead.
wasn't the first band, and he won't be the last.
He won't be the last.
No,
He won't.
He won't.
Oh,
He won't.
No, he
But
won't.
he gonna catch this. He
So-
gonna catch these charges first, though. He gonna catch that time
Yeah.
first.
This is
But
why
my
I say
thing-
I agree. He needs to be the example.
My thing
They're gonna
is this
set that
right here.
for sure. They're gonna set that.
My thing
But
is
I
this
want-
right
I
here.
wanted to-
Let's just
I wanted-
let's just put it this. If we're gonna say set the example, let's just start doing this for all things
Mhm.
in every situation involving children and adults.
Mhm.
When it comes to entertainment, when it comes to schools, everything, because it practically looks like there's no safe place for a child to be when it comes to people's adult sexual desires.
Yeah, now
Right.
and with today's society, they trying to make pedophilia
Legal.
a thing.
Yep.
A thing.
You
Are
better
you
believe
fucking
it.
kidding me? No,
They're
there's
trying
no
to
way
put it in
possible.
with the LGBT. I think you try to put it in with the LGBTQI.
Yeah.
And I think that's to me, pedophilia being a thing is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm not sure why they feel like that's
You gotta be a
a good thing.
sick
Because back in
dude.
they referred back into the days before, like the old days, where even as recently as the 20th century.
Fucking done. Fucking done. Going to hell.
Somebody, hold on. I gotta put this on screen. I'm gonna put E up there. Oh my goodness!
But as
that's-
recently as the 20th century, grown ass men were taking 12 and 13-year-old women as their wives
oh,
and having
man.
children with them. So that's what they're saying, that just recently it's been recognized, just recently within the past maybe 50 or
You
60
sure right,
years, it's
Yeah.
been looked at as pedophilia. They just happened to give it a name. But
Yeah.
going back centuries, the first time a girl had her cycle, she was considered a woman.
Yeah.
So that's why even the 12-year-old boys were considered men and were sent out to war. So we're just, and that's just in our country or where we
Yes.
live at now. You go
Yeah.
to any other country, somebody of those girls' age are considered women. So we have to look at it from a cultural standpoint. We also have to look at, it's nasty as hell to me, but
Yeah. That's nasty.
you have to look at it from a cultural standpoint, and that's what they're trying to refer. That's why they're trying to make pedophilia a legal
A
thing
thing.
by
And they
thing
excuse.
Look at
It's
the
because
most
just an
yeah,
excuse so they can do it.
Okay, there's so many comments. So, anonymous Facebook user, I'm not sure who that is. You came in late. Thank you for coming in. Make sure you put your name in because I'm not sure who I'm talking to. It just says anonymous Facebook user. He said, or she said, fact of the matter is, he was in a position of power. Money was long and he felt untouchable. It came back as karma always does, always will. He knew the fuck better, bruh. No excuses. And then E Digger, who's sitting over there on screen saying they're gonna be rubbing on his booty. Lame
You
up.
going to hell. You going to hell.
hey,
and then
E,
Siobhan,
you should have said feeling on his booty.
Oh,
and then
stop rubbing on your booty.
and then
No,
yeah,
it's called feeling. The song called "Feeling on Your
okay.
Booty."
Not
feeling
his
on your
booty.
I'll correct it now.
they're gonna be doing that too. And then Siobhan said, "I'll
Big
go to
ass
jail."
man
Then
named Bubba gonna braid his hair.
Siobhan has a sentiment as most parents would. I go to jail for my kids. Kimmy Doll said this should be a cautionary tale to these young guys in the music industry. This is going to be your life because they all have to do it.
And women
Kimmy Doll
too.
responded to
And women
Siobhan and
too.
said, and will sit there proudly. Siobhan said, even with quinceañeras,
Yeah,
because
she's
that's not that
exactly right.
correctly, is basically presenting your daughter as stepping into womanhood. Big ass man named Bubba is going to be braiding his hair. He ain't got no hair now. He's bald headed. He's like me now, no hair. Yeah, that's a no from me, dog.
You knew Bubba
Oh,
was
it's not Ram. What's up? Correction, feeling on his booty. He's gonna be reminding somebody of their Jeep when he gets in there.
Right.
He gonna be stepping in the
he
name
gonna
of
be in that damn jail cell. I wish.
I wish he gonna wish he could fly out that mother.
I can't for the kids that throw your thong.
you throw your jumpsuit. Throw your jumpsuit or your flip flops or your thong.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't feel
man.
sorry for him.
My wife over here with her jokes. They're gonna eat his Oreo. That's fucked up.
Javon said he's gonna literally be hiding in the closet from Big Bubba.
Big Bubba, yes.
So
Jen
my
over here
goodness.
with the jokes too.
So
He gonna be singing. He's safe. Somebody
let's
better
go
sing.
ahead. And I'm finna tell y'all why I'm finna say this.
Oh my goodness.
And because
Wow.
there are several known people that have committed these such crimes.
Yeah.
that music and movies are still being played without no cancellation.
Right.
I'm disgusted by what he did, but I can go and get a female in the movie off of 12 people, off of 12 play.
That was my last question of the broadcast. I want to ask the folks that are in here watching and listening. Since even though he's been convicted,
Jigga Man definitely won.
Jay-Z one of them too. Oh, that's gonna get him.
Yeah.
He definitely won.
So everybody that's listening and is chatting and commenting, on Facebook, on YouTube, because I can't see those comments on YouTube. If anybody's watching. But since R. Kelly has been convicted, can you still, like Quinn just said, can you separate the music from the man, and can you and are
I
you
can.
still rolling with the R?
I can. Here's my thing. All right, and I will use Michael Jackson as an example, even though
Never
he
convicted.
was
Never
not
convicted,
convicted,
right?
never convicted, but still at the same time we got people that want to ban his music, and I'm not gonna ban his music because the reason why I know him or know about him is the entertainment business. His
Yep,
outside
Matthew
life,
knows
his
too.
personal life has no effect on me. His personal life has no effect on me. None. It does not affect me. I don't get paid by him. I'm not his assistant. And his music did have an impact on me. Michael
How many
Jackson,
draws did
R.
R. Kelly get
Kelly.
taken off for you?
Hell, I had my first slow dance. One of my favorite slow dances in school. And Quinn know about this when we had our sixth grade dance. One of my close songs that I actually got to booty grind with was one of his songs. So hey, thank you, R. Kelly.
Why they was playing R. Kelly at an elementary school
Yeah,
dance?
I
I
did put
have
out.
no
They do that.
idea. But
If I go to my daughter's dance and the first song I hear is
It happened.
"Hey, Mr. DJ," I'm gonna
DJ,
take her right on out of there.
why don't you slow this party down?
So Kimmy
Yeah,
Doll is
I
saying
agree. They was musical geniuses,
they
and
were.
if a R.
Yes.
Kelly song do come on, I don't know. It depends on the mood that I'm in.
Cause I
You
bet
know
you
what I'm saying?
$5 to a bucket of shit. If you in the club
$5 to a bucket of
and
shit.
He
That's some
said
stink ass
$5.
mess.
if
Okay.
That's
you
some
in the
stink ass
club
shit.
and you hear that song, any R. Kelly song, pop
You
on,
dancing.
thank you.
You dancing.
You gonna
Yeah,
hear them. You
so
gonna hear
his
the
music.
women say, "Ah, yeah, that's my shit," and
I
then
hear
they
a lot
gonna
of
partner
people.
up and be dancing and grinding on
I
another dude.
I
I
don't
hear a
know.
lot of
Dude,
people
I
saying
don't
I'm
know.
not playing his music. I'm not doing this. That it has nothing to do with his music because, contrary to popular belief, he was a musical genius. I'm
He
not
was
going
a
to front.
genius. Yeah, he
He
was an
was a
absolute
and
genius.
genius.
then you don't even know the songs. You gonna say you're not gonna play nothing in his music. R.
Yeah,
Kelly got writing credits,
Right.
producing
producer
credits,
credit.
Right.
Yeah,
all of that.
that's
You
true.
have to. That means you have to eliminate a whole damn near a whole genre of music
He got
Right.
it all.
and say you're not listening to it
Yeah,
no more.
let's be 100% factual up in here. I mean, 60% of America's population was conceived on the R. Kelly song. You know,
Right.
as of anything after what 04? When did he leave?
No,
When did he leave public announcement?
like
I think he
92.
did. I mean, so after that, 60% of the urban population was probably conceived on the R. Kelly song.
Right.
I was born in the 80s, so I was probably off of 85. So it was probably like some Luther or
Yeah, I
something
mean,
like
and it's
that for
sad,
me. Some
but
Prince or some shit.
but speaking seriously though, what happened with him is just like Kimmy Doll said earlier in the comments, is that it's a cautionary tale, right?
It is.
You don't let the power get to your head. Don't let it go to you. And because he thought he was so untouchable that he can continue to do this and destroy the lives of these young women. These women, I mean, and all of this happening on the heels of Me Too, the Me Too movement is
Oof.
major. That was a major blow to him. It was a major victory for the Me Too movement because now people are now paying attention. You know, you look at Governor Cuomo out of New York who had to resign
Hmm.
as governor
Yeah.
because of allegations. You look at Christopher Cuomo from CNN who was accused of the same thing. I mean, so people are now starting to pay attention. This Me Too movement is going to hit a lot of people.
Now with Chris Como, I feel like he just a victim of circumstances.
Okay, and I heard that. I heard that he was a victim of circumstance, but at the same
I
time,
feel like because he's attached to his
women.
because his brother was single. You got to remember, this man, Governor Como, was single,
Right?
and if you got your wingman, what's the purpose of a wingman? Hey yo, look, it's me and my boy. Why don't you and your girl come over here, kick it with us? That's probably what his brother was doing, not knowing how much of a creep his brother.
So you're saying now this is the Five Heartbeats reference. If you didn't know what's Five Heartbeats, don't comment. But so you're saying the Cuomo's played Shy Brother?
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Governor Como was over there like this.
You look stupid, don't
He's stupid.
All right, so here's the deal. So this is me playing
Please
devil's
don't do that.
advocate. I've had the first time I seen Neil Long was in Boys in the Hood.
Yeah,
Neil Long has been my crush that long.
yeah.
If I would have had so just think about these girls and their crushes on R. Kelly also. If I would have had the opportunity to go be up under Neil Long when I was 14 years old.
I'm there, buddy. I'm there. I'm with you. I love you some Neil Long. I'm all up in there. Now, this is my man Ram, and this is the comment. I want to read this because I want to dive into this part. We didn't get a chance to, but he said his music played a small part, but for the most part, his mind was twisted. Really was fucked in the head. The power boost enlarged his male ego, and in the end, we all see how it played out. Plus the fact we live in America. I'm just saying, he is, yeah. But
I need to talk to
I
Hap.
wanted to dive into that because I think starting from the abuse as a kid, he had a severe Oedipus complex. And if those of you guys don't know who the Oedipus complex and what that is, I already did the definition. The Oedipus complex, if you don't know what that is, and we probably heard it on Baby Boy. This is something we discussed before we went live.
Hey, if you can, since you know her, you know I'm grown now. I'm 36. You know what I'm saying? Just
You know Neil Long? Kimmy dog. What?
hey, I'll shoot you my number and you shoot that to her for me.
Inbox me.
Don't hold your breath.
That's my damn.
Inbox to be lit. But the Oedipus complex, though, because I heard, because you listen to some of his stuff, you talking about his mom and her lipstick and how it made her feel, and those are really real stuff. But the Oedipus complex, though, is a psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud actually initiated all this, but it's the complex of emotions aroused in a young child, typically around the age of 4, by an unconscious sexual desire for the parent of the opposite sex and wish to exclude the parent of the same sex. The term was originally applied to boys, the equivalent in girls being called the Electra complex. So now, I believe that he suffered in that. So I think that, coupled with him being abused, coupled with the fact that he was bullied, coupled with the fact that he had a lot of stuff going on as a kid, and he just turned into this monster. And it was just really crazy who he became turned into. Kim said she knows Neil Long. I know her and her sister. They lived in my hood. She was just here for her father passed away last year, Quinn, and she's in Cali now. Let me tell you something, Kimmy Dog. You know me, and shoot me that. Anyways. But he became this absolute monster, and it is like I said, like Kimmy Doll said earlier, it is a cautionary tale. Fellas, we have to be mindful of what we do, right? We can't go and snag, hugging women that's not our significant others and grabbing their booty or whatever. We can't do that. Whatever you do in the dark will come to the light all the time.
Hey,
That's
let me get this in. This Me Too movement and all this just showed me how much toxic behavior as boys that we had. We used to remember the game B Spice. If you say a B word, you'll get hit.
Oh man.
Right.
So when the girls would say a B word, we wouldn't punch them. We'll grab their booty. That was toxic behavior and something I'm glad we grew out of. I mean, once you reach a certain age, you just can't be grabbing on women like that. But right. I mean, even at that time, you used to play. I know I'm finna just bring up some dredge up some old shit, but you probably played hide and go get it when you was a kid.
That. Yeah, I played that.
You know what I'm saying? You probably been hunching behind the house or something like that on the girl.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to be giving that out, man. Come on now, bro.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. It was all toxic behavior that we developed as children, which is like
Trump thinks so. Okay.
I mean,
no, hey. But and let me throw this out there right quick. This is my last comment on this because I know we gotta go.
I
real quick, like I said before, remember that list I told y'all about earlier? Let him be the example, but I want the heads of, I want this Epstein case to go down, and I want these other people that's in this industry to go
Epstein
down the
dead
same
though.
exact way.
Jeffrey
Mhm.
It don't
Epstein is
matter. They
dead.
still, I mean, you something
He
need to.
killed
I
himself.
need some facts about it.
Weinstein, you talking about Weinstein?
Yeah, there you
Weinstein,
go.
the
There you
one that
go.
needs to go to jail.
Yeah,
Weinstein's
we
dead.
need all this.
I think everybody involved. Going back to it, and we'll close it out here. I'm in total agreement with Kevin. I
And
think
that ass
everybody
clown Trump
that
need to
touched
be
it.
in jail.
Well,
He's another one.
he's facing some charges. I mean, eventually. Look up MMIW. If you don't know already.
I think I
Did
know
she
what
mention
you're
that?
talking about.
Right.
She mentioned it up in the comments. I have to go back and read them. But MMW. R. Kelly is next. He knows too much. And, I don't. You think R. Kelly is the next Harvey Weinstein?
Illuminati.
Jeffrey Epstein? It could be. Could be. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. But listen, I want to thank everybody that came apart and took a part of this broadcast tonight. Commented if you shared it, I appreciate you. Those who thumbs up on Facebook, I really appreciate you for doing that. Make sure you thumbs up. If you watch it on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget tomorrow at 8:00. I'm sorry, 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, Central Standard Time. You can't make this up with me and Double D will be on at 9:00 on
I
YouTube
also want to see
only.
it because we've been dropping all kind of bombs in this damn episode.
Yeah,
No joke. This episode is just.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah. But we're gonna get on out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming through. You guys have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you guys next week on the Knucklehead Chronicles, man. Have a good one.